Meanwhile, in a crucial encounter for both teams, Nigeria under 20 and Italy under 20 are set to face off in Group D's match day 2 of the 2023 FIFA under 20 World Cup in Argentina, the outcome of which will determine which team secures a spot in the round of 16. Carmine Nunziata, Italy's head coach, has conceded that facing Nigeria's Flying Eagles at the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup will be a difficult assignment. Nunziata expressed his worry for his team in dealing with the Flying Eagles' speed and toughness. Meanwhile, Italy midfielder Matteo Prati has told his teammates that they must be at their best against Nigeria's Flying Eagles in today's Group D match at 7 p.m. at the Estadio Malvinas Argentina's Mendoza. Both countries began their campaign in Argentina with wins. Nigeria defeated the Dominican Republic 2-1, while Italy defeated Brazil 3-2. Match day 2 now between these two teams. Italy have won the competition in the past. Italy seem to have, history on their side. They have that glamour on their side. But every team from Europe and indeed every team from around the world that comes to face Nigeria always says our speed and our toughness, our physicality is an issue that they must contend with. It is high time that we play to our strengths and make it so abundantly, overwhelmingly clear that the fear they have for us is well-founded and justified. Do you think, and the match is going to be at 7 p.m., what are your expectations for the game tonight?
It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a game everyone wants to watch. I mean, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. Italy, who of course beat Brazil by 3-2. Brazil. Yes, I have to emphasize that because for me, that's the number one footballing nation as far as I'm concerned. And when it comes to growing their talent, they've got immense talent right there in the country of Brazil. But what did the Italians do? Scoring 3 before the Brazilians got back to equalizing 3-2. But at the other end, Nigeria were struggling. Hard-fought victory against which country? Dominican Republic. Embarrassing for me. I think Dominican Republic, if we are to make a big statement of intent in this competition, we need to just run over Dominican Republic. But football these days, there are no minors. A lot of people say, and I think I'll go with them. Dominican Republic came out with a strong game. Goodness gracious, London Bosa with a good tactics. We were able to beat them by 2-1. So that is making tonight's game evenly poised. Because Italy won by 1 goal against Brazil. Nigeria won by 1 goal against Dominican Republic. So by 7 p.m., the coach of the Italian team might just be coming out with mind games. I don't believe these coaches. I don't believe them, Michael. They might just know what they have more than the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, but they might just come out and patronize them on the media. I don't want Lana Bosa and the boys to take this to mind. They should go out there, play their game, respect the Italians because of what they did against Brazil. Scoring 3 goals against Brazil is not a joke. Brazil made it to the 2007 finals. The last time the Under-20 World Cup was hosted in Egypt. Thank goodness the likes of Ghana won it. Solomon Adia can remember that winning penalty against the Brazilian in the penalty shootout. But I think Nigeria should just respect the Italians. Ladan Boso, fantastic manager, getting Nigeria to the semifinals of the Under-20 African Cup of Nations, and now they're in the big stage. And when you're in the big stage, the demands are very high, and you've got to keep your head focused. It's going to be a great game, and I don't know. I'm not seeing a win for the Flying Eagles. I think it's going to be a draw.
Well, if it's a draw, it's better than a loss. Nigeria have participated in the competition 12 times and have never won it. History is not on their side, and when they go up against these European teams that are more technical, and I have spoken in the past with Seun Ajidagba on this show, that the youth of these players could bear a significant impact on the way they approach the game. It could lead to moments of fear. You've talked about them respecting the Italians. There's the possibility they could respect them too much. They could panic on the night, and hopefully they won't. But it can happen. I just worry that on the scale of maturity, these teams from Europe, from South America, just have more maturity, more confidence in dealing with the pressures of the day, of the moment, of the night than we do.
I mean, one thing that affects Nigeria underage football or age grade football, it's very clear that they are sometimes influenced by the agents and the coaches and telling them you have lots of scouts around, you need to play your best game. And this puts them under pressure. It makes them want to be so perfect. And when you try to attain perfection when you are just growing, then you're certainly going to hit a rock, and that's going to backfire in a very bad way. So I think it's about the orientation of this young lads. For the Europeans, they know they have a good football structure. They don't even need to leave the country to have a future in football. But for Nigeria, they tell them, hey, this is your ticket to leaving the country, to having a good footballing career. There are agents from Brazil everywhere in the world. You've got to put in your best. You're putting these young lads under pressure, and
All
you're
right.
not going to get the best out of them.
All
So you
right.
should change your orientation.
Let's talk about one.